I'm guessing if you're watching this video that you are not the kind of person that finds himself at a mega church with 3 electric guitar players, 2 acoustic players, one of which is a worship leader, and then another guy over his shoulder that literally is just playing just so he can get into the song and stop playing, and you still have acoustic. I'm guessing that's not your situation, so because of that, we're going to talk today about what to do if you've got 1, 2, or 3 guitar players on your stage. So today I'm running my board into a Focusrite 2i2 into Logic Pro 10, or Pro X. Is it Pro 10? Pro X? Pro X10? Whatever it is. Logic Pro, the last one. Let's give this a listen. What's up, everybody? My name is Dave Willie, and I'd like to talk to you today a little bit about guitar inside the context of a worship team. If you've only got 1 guitar player on stage, I am normally going to lean that person away from an acoustic and to an electric. If you've got somebody that can handle that, electric kind of fills out space that acoustic can't in a live context. Now, if you're just there by yourself and there's nobody else, an acoustic has a little more dynamic range. But if you've got drums to compete with, you're going to need something with amplification. So an electric guitar is a good thing to move to. The trouble with worship guitar is that nowadays these big houses of worship are releasing music with a ton of tracks to them. Lots and lots of guitar tracks, lots and lots of keys tracks. So sometimes it can be hard to sort through what needs to be heard in a live context and how to actually pull off the song on the weekend. There's a dog barking. Is that my dog? No, it's not my dog. Okay, let me level with you. If you have like 5 guitar tracks, and you can go to multitracks.com and see how many guitars there are layered into any song. That gives you a good idea what to start with, but use your ears. If you can't pick out all 5 of those guitar parts, how important are all 5 of those guitar parts? Granted, I know the whole thing makes it sound big, makes it sound very full, but in a live context, most of the time, guitar 3, guitar 4, guitar 5, you never even really hear. You might feel the difference, or maybe it comes in just at, that last bridge, there's like a full-on like dual rec drop D that fills out beautiful name or something like that. But most of the time, you're not going to hear that stuff, and you don't need to worry about that live. So I'm normally going to default to the lead hooks that you can hear, the stuff that pops out in the mix the most, and a good rhythm electric to fill out space. Because there's now a need for you to fill a ton of sonic space, I'm going to recommend, if you've got 2 guitar players, that one of you play rhythm electric and one of you play lead electric. Now, let me give you an example of what that looks like. If you've got a lead player, he's normally going to play up the neck. He's going to cover mostly like high up swells, anything really melodic, that sort of thing. Your rhythm player is going to play down the neck. He's going to play more like open chord shapes, maybe power chords, single notes, in a chugging kind of a way. There's a lot of videos out there that show like new Hillsong stuff where literally guitar 1 and 2, like both of them are all over the neck. And it's really hard to actually pull that off live, especially if one of your guitar players is also singing lead on the song. I'm not going to be able to play that guitar 2 part and lead the song at the same time. So If I'm leading a song, I really want my focus to be on the congregation and leading them well, and not just nailing all of these riffs and looking down to be able to see my hands. So in that sort of situation, I'm going to default to something lower down the neck that I don't have to constantly be looking at my fingers. That doesn't mean that you play all of the simple things or you play all the boring things. I know there's a lot of guitar players out there who are going to be like, oh, worship music is already boring, and why am I get stuck with all the boring stuff? You still have fun with it. Like, it's a matter of what you do with it. For that matter, bass guitar can be super fun if you're playing it right. Now, if you're in a situation where you don't have an acoustic player, you're still playing songs that require acoustic parts, a lot of times you can get by with just going kind of clean. Maybe use middle position. I like to use for stuff if I'm doing like pseudo acoustic. I'm not trying to sound like an acoustic. I'm literally just trying to cover the same space that an acoustic would take up. So, all right, get rid of drives and delays and that sort of thing. Maybe just a little bit of verb, and then go to like both pickups combined. Normally gets you a pretty good spot for anything that should be an acoustic normally. But that also gives you the opportunity when you get to that big chorus, to slap on another gain stage and then kick it to the bridge pickup, and you can fill out space. That's normally what I do if I am in a situation where I only have two guitars and I need an acoustic, a rhythm electric, and a lead electric. So if you've only got one guitar player, I'm going to have that guy play electric. If you've got two guitar players, I'm going to say electric and electric. One of you covers low, one of you covers high. It's really that simple. And then if you've got three guitar players on stage, if you're blessed to have three talented musicians that are willing to give up their weekends, then yeah, go for it. Go ahead and have two electrics and an acoustic. If you've got more than that, first off, you better be rotating. And this one's for free. If you've got guys that are on every week, just keep in mind that they never get a chance to actually just sit in a service and be a part of the congregation. Though they might have a heart to serve and might really want to, you need to encourage them to take a week off. It's the best for your team. And I say guys or gals. Sorry. I'm going to get comments, aren't I? Go ahead, comment at me. Seriously though, if you've got a couple of guitar players that can go every other week, you're in a really good spot. If you're a leader, I will lead from electric on the first couple of songs, and if there's a break in the set, then I'll switch over to acoustic or build in a break. So I don't know if any of that was helpful. I hope it was. If it was or was not, please let me know in the comment section. I would love any input you can give me. And if you have any questions about anything else about how we approach our worship team at my church, please feel free. Also, if you would do me a favor and comment below anything that you would like me to do future videos on. I'm really just starting getting content going, and I would love to know what you would like to talk about or like to hear or like to see. Anything about my rig that you'd like to know, or anything about my creative process that might be interesting. So please let me know what you're thinking, and keep getting better. We out.